We got us a new bottle, baby. And I didn't think that these were supposed to get out of Kentucky, but I found one in Alaska. It was the only one, but I still got one. So let's get it open. So Evan Williams single barrel. Not bad. A little light on pop, but yeah. Ooh. Rip. Oh no, Louis Village. Yeah. These were widely available everywhere, and then they decided to go ahead and pull them back and make this a distillery only release in Kentucky. And I'm kind of sad, like most of you all as well, that don't live in Kentucky, that have the, you know, easy access to the distillery. I am very curious. I never had it. So, on the nose, ooh, I'm smelling a lot of honey and a little bit of vanilla. That's about it. Kind of light on the nose. Only 86.6 proof, so we can't expect a whole lot, you know, as far as this stuff goes, but let's get into it. Wow, that's first sip of the day. Running 86 proof. Oh, what about Kentucky Hug in there? The initial palate was definitely a honey and vanilla. I would say that it was not viscous at all. That went through. I have a little bit of the honey still on my tongue, but was a whole lot of hug in there. This would be good to drink outside right now because it's been snowing all day. And yeah, this is nice, really nice. Quite a bit better, I would say, than the others, with the exception of the bottled and bond. And I think that's probably more to do with just the higher proof that I prefer. I really like that 100 to about 110. However, that being said, I also really do like that rare breed at 116.8. It does, but it doesn't drink that way. Anyway, back to the Evan Williams Bond Up. Cheers. A little bit of maple on that one. That was nice. It was really nice. But again, there's a little bit of cinnamon. Kentucky Hug wasn't nearly as strong in this one. Now that we kind of burned the path down through there. But it was really, really, never mind. It comes in waves, serious waves, because I've only had 2 drinks, but my second drink's had 4 burns. That is really, really warm. This actually drinks a lot hotter than the 86.6 that it is. Kind of, that's interesting. Let's see what the neck says here. We got a book. Okay, there's bourbon, single barrel bourbon, and Evan Williams single barrel vintage bourbon. That's this. Okay, so you're in for one here, okay? Typically, bourbon is a blend of many barrels. Bourbon bottled from a single barrel is categorized as single barrel bourbon. Evan Williams single barrel vintage bourbon, however, is much more. It's the only single barrel bourbon bottled with a vintage date to provide proof of age and the subtle year-to-year distinctions found fine wines. What a difference a date makes. Whiskey of the year after year after year. Evan Williams Single Barrel Bourbon continues to receive awards and accolades year after year in recognition of its superior qualities. The following are but a few. Whiskey of the Year by the Spirit Journal, Domestic Whiskey of the Year by Malt Advocate, and Spirit of the Year Bourbon category by Wine and Spirits Buying Guide. Oh, we're not done. Spirit of the Year American Whiskey category by Food and Wine, and Top Spirits of the Year Best American Whiskey by Wine and Spirits Buying Guide. This distillery has issued a vintage Evan Williams bottling every year since 1986, and each year the whiskey has been better than the previous bottling. From a wine enthusiast. Alright, uncork the bottle of Evan Williams Single Barrel Vintage Bourbon for a date you will always remember. Smooth tastings, high ratings. Let's see what. Barreled on 5/5/14 and bottled on 2/15/22 and being drank on 3/17/23. So, yeah, there's some important dates. Oh, and this is bottle number 162. So this is like, oh no, so barrel number 162. Man, that's really easy to drink. It's kind of thin, so it's not taking up a whole lot of retail space in there. This would be easy to sip with something that you're eating or munching on, because the bourbon's just not going to stay in your mouth for a real long time. It would do well to accent. But what I would say is that I don't think that I would use this in a cocktail because the flavors are just not punchy enough. It's going to, if you put it in a cocktail, it's going to get, I feel like it's going to get lost. And the only thing that you're going to get out of it is the Kentucky hug that's in there. And that's not a bad thing. It's still good. But if I'm drinking a cocktail, I want to taste the spirit that I paid for, you know, unless I'm not supposed to. Now, if it's one of those really fancy ones that's supposed to create an idea, that's one thing. But you can't even just make a Jack and Coke with this. It's just going to get lost. I think the Coke is going to have more flavor than the bourbon does. But, final note, I will buy this every time that I see it in the wild. And I will try to always have one of these on the shelf because this is nice. I would give this to a new bourbon drinker to show them what a single barrel is like as far as the flavor profiles, especially if I can get a couple of these, right? Because if I can get a couple of these, then we can go through and can compare them from year to year, because it says they get better every year. So I'm looking for the 23 bottle. And I'm probably going to have to go to the distillery to get it, or send somebody. Mom, who lives 20 minutes from the distillery. Mom. Alright, that's all I got for you today. We appreciate you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.